Hey guys, what's up? It's Cass. How many of you guys are doing today? And if you can't tell already, I am sick, so that's why I sound kind of muffled and kind of like crap. But today I wanted to talk about farming in the hard mode jungle, specifically farming in the temple. Now I've built a couple of farms, and some of them work and some of them haven't, and this one doesn't. This one, the enemies will spawn around the barrier, which is not what I want, but, you know, I can't really do anything. Rarely will other things spawn, but the other one I built will, which I will show you guys in a later video. But I also did get my hands on Five Nights at Freddy's Sister's location, which I will be playing, and it'll probably be uploaded tomorrow. I don't know what time, though. Depends on how I feel, if I wake up or not. But, yeah. So, one thing I had a question about is farming hives. Now, farming honey is pretty useful late game because it does add a third regen ability, obviously, which I have used in my most recent farm, which was for the Moon Lord, which is all the way over here. Now, I do have honey, campfire, and the lantern, which allows me to have 3 types of regeneration. But the thing is with that is you can only have so many if you know, have enough hives actually in the jungle. Now, one thing that I recommend if you are going to start farming honey, maybe if you want to make a good farm which has like different areas and stuff and you need a lot of honey, just for, you know, trial and error and that stuff, as well as if you wanted to test anything with honey, I recommend using a big world. Now, while it is going to be a little bit more time consuming in terms of getting there and, you know, stuff like that, it's a lot better for a couple of reasons. Mainly being that there's a lot more. Now, I personally am using a medium world, which is already pretty big, especially since I am using just a single player world. I'm not playing with any of my friends, which makes it a lot more different. It makes it a lot more challenging, if you would, and I do recommend that you have a small world, basically, if you are just going to be playing by yourself, because it is a lot easier to get around, which I made the mistake of, and the first time I actually picked the world selection, back when you could choose, I actually picked large, because I thought, okay, larger is better, and then I quickly realized that it is not better, and it took me a lot longer to, you know, get around and stuff like that. Well, other than that, that's what I recommend if you're going to farm the honey. If you are farming the temple, I don't know really, because, and this is why I need your help, because the thing is with farming in this temple is that spawn rates do change, and quite a lot. In fact, sometimes I'll come in here, for instance, for the first time I came in here, it was chock full of enemies for me to kill, and, you know, stuff like that. And as well as now, if I roam around at all, I have no problem getting more enemies to spawn. The problem is, when I made my last farm that I made, which is in a different world, which I will show you guys right, I'm thinking now. So, the thing is that this farm actually works really well, and the only difference is I put stacks there and there in order for things to spawn on, because I guess they don't spawn directly below you. I think they actually need a separate block other than the ground, but I'm not sure. All I know is that this farm does work a lot better, and I did make this on my 1.2.4 world, which is absolutely great. It still works, so if you are looking for a farm that kind of works better than just making a blank box, this is definitely a farm for you guys. So that's it for really jungle farming, just because there's not that much else to farm. Oh, actually, never mind. I actually just thought of something. Oh, excuse me. Farming Planetara's bulb. Now, we all know that Planetara's bulb is a bitch to find, and even more of a bitch to actually battle and beat, just because he's so annoying sometimes, and even with endgame gear, I do find myself close to, if not very close to, dying sometimes if I'm fooling around. So, I have one trick that I've been using really quick, and it won't take that long to explain, and it's right here. Now this, if you guys remember from my very old series back in 1.2.4, I actually used this to farm the very first Plantaris bulb, because this is where it actually spawned the first time. And because it was a long strip, which I guess was better, at least it was a lot easier for me to find. Now, one thing that I will point out is that another Plantaris bulb has spawned since the last time. It is right here, and they do spawn on needs at least a 2-block platform to spawn, just so you guys are aware of that. And yeah, so one quick thing is to make it kind of 100 by 100 rows, like this one, like just simple. Okay, go away, B. I'm trying to explain. You're annoying me. Right. So this straight line right here is better for spawning Plantaras because it gives it a lot more room to spawn them in, as well as they're a lot easier to find, as you can see right here. So we are going to beat Plantera, and that's going to be the end of the video, because I don't actually feel good, and I really do want to go to bed, because it has been a long day today. So I'll talk to you guys in the next episode, and I'm going to just shut up, beat Plantera, the end. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Oh, well, that was fun. Well, also, one last thing is, it really feels a lot more different, a lot more, again, my brain does not work right now, but it does feel a lot different to go back and actually use 1.2.4 endgame stuff, whereas if you were to farm him in 1.3 gear, it really is a big difference. And if you have endgame gear for the current generation, go back and use the endgame gear and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It is an entirely different, type of gameplay, to be honest, because you get so used to being a lot more stacked than you actually are in 1.2.4, which just makes it a lot different, and you guys should actually go back and try it. So that's going to be it for farming in the hard mode jungle. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if I missed anything, please let me know in the comments, and I will make another video of talking about this, just fixing anything that I missed. So I'll talk to you guys in the next episode.